Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Doodle Robot and today I'm going to talk about my water-based markers and do a little bit of swatching. This is partially a viewer request and partially not. So I recently, in my last haul and a future haul coming up, I recently got these Pin and Gear felt tip pins. These are ultra fine nib on them. I got them because I had this one. This is just a random one I had. I think it came in a little gift pack at school. Probably every teacher got one or something last school year, not this school year. But I recently used it on a mandala and I really liked the tip. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to get the 24 pack of those. And just recently, the other day, I haven't shot the haul video for this yet, I got Colors of the World markers because I've been buying lots of books with faces in them and I think these might come in handy. So but the viewer request was they were thinking about getting these and they wanted to, I don't know if they wanted me to swatch them or know my opinions, but we'll cover both those things and then we're covered, I guess. So we shall see how they work. I mean, this one I thought worked really good in my Amazon Mandala book by John Wick, and so I was hoping to replicate that. Other water mediums I have are the Ohuhu water-based markers. I've had these for a year. They all still work. None of them have run out. I can't say that I use them a whole lot, although I am starting to do so more as I get more confident with those. I also, just as I've seen them at Walmart, I've picked up 3 6-packs of Tombow markers. And I actually just swatched my Ohuhu water-based markers on some Amazon paper. I had originally swatched them on the little swatch chart they give you, but I've noticed that when I swatch them just on printer paper, which is basically like Amazon paper, the colors are different. So I'm glad I did that. Also, I'm trying to conserve space in my swatch book. And I swatched the Tombow markers first, and then I swatched all of these up here. And I gotta say, I didn't notice any different in the ink laydown. Pretty much the same. I did notice a difference maybe in the Tombow nibs. I think they're a little bit firmer, perhaps. But really, I don't know the difference. The only thing being that these are, you can buy these one at a time over the counter. Open stock. I should say open stock. Sorry, my bad. So there's an advantage to that. Also, I've got in my cart on Dick Blick, I've got the skin set, the portrait set, which you can't really get. Although, I am trying the Crayola markers because a lot cheaper. We're coloring in coloring books, so I'm going to switch my camera system around and I'm going to do the time lapse of me swatching the Pin and Gear felt tip pins. I'm not going to show me doing the Paper Mate flares. That's another water-based marker that I have, just 12-pack of Paper Mate flares. I actually won these at work. It just, you know, some contest I answered the question right or something, and won a 12-pack. And it happened to be right when I was starting coloring, so I'm like, oh, okay, I'll take them home and see if I can use them. I liked the way they performed on my Mandala book by John Wick on Amazon paper. I thought they performed well. I thought this pin performed the best. I think I also used a Tombow on one of them, and I thought that this pin performed the best on the paper. Now the Mandala book has tiny little, I was working in tiny little sections, so these pins all worked great for that. And it was kind of my first foray into like mandalas, because I'm not a huge mandala person. And then after I do the Pin and Gear on camera, fast tracked, I'll do the Paper Mate flares, and then I will do the Crayola Colors of the World here. And then after each one, I'll give my opinion of how they performed. So I'm going to switch around. I'm actually going to, this is the order that they come in the box here. I'm going to just guess. I'm not going to test them or anything. I'm just going to place them by pin color, outside package color, in the order that I think they should go. And I'm just going to swatch them that way. I'm going to put a number on them eventually, not right now, but eventually. I'm not sure if the Crayola Colors of the World markers are labeled. I know, oh, well, okay, maybe they are. I know my pencils are labeled. I'm not crazy about the pencils. I'm hoping that the markers are better. So we shall see. All right, so I'll see you in just a bit. Okay, what did we learn? Well, I learned that pen and gear ultra fine tips are not nearly as smooth as Papermate flares. Maybe I should have been doing those on camera because they went down much smoother than the pen and gear felt tip pens. The yellow seemed okay. This number 2 seemed okay. This number 3 was scratchy, but it dried okay. And I think number 4 is the one that I had, the one off that I had just randomly. That one performed beautifully, which made me think, which made me have a better opinion of these than I probably should have. 5 did okay. 6, not as okay as these two, but okay. 7 was scratchy, although it didn't dry as badly as it went down. But it's kind of a downhill slide from there. You can see how everything's kind of drying. Very splotchy like. There's barely any difference there between those. In the camera, is there any difference? Oh, in the camera it looks a lot different. In real life, not as much. This color had kind of a pinky tinge to it, but it's brown. So don't trust the caps, or well, it's not just the caps, it's the whole pin. So, let's see. Well, 13 seemed to perform really well. 15 was scratchy and it dried that way. You know, these dry very streaky. 22 was another one with this looks like it would be purpley brown. And I don't know. It's baby poop color. I don't know. All right, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to return them. I'm sure I can use them for something, but they're not as good as Paper Mate Flair. I guess if you have the option, my advice would be to get, if it comes in a bigger pack than 12, maybe go with Paper Mate Flairs. Okay, so we're off to do the Crayola Colors of the World. Let's get those unboxed and see how they look. Oh gosh, I don't want to get these pins out of order, so hold on a second here. Let me shift things over. Okay. Let's get these unboxed and see what they look like. All right, well, they're nicely packaged. They're in 3 separate boxes. That's cool, I guess. Oh, sorry, I hit my light. Okay. Are they in some kind of order? We've got medium golden, light golden, extra deep golden, light medium golden. They're not in any kind of order that I can tell. Deep golden. It looks like they just put them in the box. I kind of like dark light, dark light, dark light. I don't know why. Oh, deepest almond. This is almond. Okay, and this is golden. We're back to a golden. All right, so I'm going to take the rest of these out of the box, get them all lined up, labeled, ready to swatch, and then I will swatch them in fast forward mode. I can't remember what it's called. And then I'll come back and talk about my thoughts. See you in a second. Okay, and so, what do I think? Well, the Crayola Colors of the World markers kind of blew me away. I'm kind of surprised. I would recommend those. Definitely not recommend the Pin and Gear. In fact, I have decided that I've packed them all up. I'm taking these back to Walmart. Do not get these. These are terrible. So, I've got to find my receipt for that, but I'm definitely going to keep the Crayolas. I don't know how I'm going to store them. I just threw them all back in the box like that because I'm not going to like take two cardboard boxes apart to get to them, but I'm sure I'm going to have to come up with a better storage solution than that. So yeah, pleasantly surprised with Crayola Colors of the World because I was wanting more browns, especially light browns, skin tone colors. And I would say some of these darkest colors, I don't know what I would really use those for, but the $6, I don't know what I paid, like $6.42 or we'll say $6.50 plus or minus, was probably worth these light colors because they're awesome. They're really awesome. And I'm looking closely here. You can really see it up close. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but they don't really feel different. Like the light colors leave the same texture that the Ohuhus do and the Tombows do. The darker colors you can't, I think the texture's probably there. You just can't see it because the colors are dark. And I'm really glad I got my Ohuhu. It comes with like this watercolor paper. And I prefer the colors. I think the colors are more true if you put them on not the watercolor paper because I think the browns, you can see kind of a drastically different, you can see variations in color that you can't see on this paper that they give you. So I'm glad I redid this. Now, again, very pleased with Crayola Colors of the World, and I have just a little example here to show you. And I wish I'd had Crayola Colors of the World before I was doing my Mythomorphia Kirby Roseanne's book here, because I chose the best color I could for the wood, which seems, I don't know, seems a little too dark. I'm sure I can do something with it with pencil, and it will be fine. But if I'd had these, I could have used a better, lighter color as a base coat there, I think. I still have Gandalf gnome here over here, although I probably want to make that wood the same. I don't know yet. We'll see how it comes out. But, you know, I'm wanting to use water-based markers to base, you know, things on this page. And I can use one of these light colors for the inside flesh of the wood here, which I'm super excited about. That's not why I bought them, but I am excited that I'll be able to use them right away. And maybe even something for their beards. I don't know. I haven't done a beard. I'm going to have to practice that. But anyways, bought them mostly to use in Carla Magana books and on skin tones, so I'm pleasantly surprised. Now, I was even surprised because the nib I thought was going to be super fat and unwieldy, and that's probably why I haven't bought them before now. But surprisingly, it wasn't big and unwieldy. It was very, you know, easy to control, and the nib feels pretty sturdy too. I mean, I guess it has to hold up to little kids, so, you know, there you go. Although, I keep getting my fingers when I close them, so there is that danger. But yeah, highly recommend these Colors of the World. I can't wait to start using some of these color palettes, and I may just like pick a Carla Magana page and maybe just use the whole range of like all the Goldens or all the Almonds. Although one complaint I do have, and this is, I'm sure Crayola is not going to do anything about it, but why didn't you just say like Golden 10%, 20%, 30%, 90% or something? Why do we have terms like extra light almond, very light almond, light medium almond, medium almond? I think numbers would have been better. A percentage, or even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or something would have been better than these names, Crayola. But anyways, the colors are great. They laid down great. I'm pleased with this purchase. I am taking the pinning gears back to Walmart tomorrow. And I'm going to order what I really wanted instead. I would really like the Stabilo 88 fine liners. You can get them on Amazon right now for, I just looked before I started filming this, for $13 and some odd cents, I believe. And $13.88 actually. And when Amazon has them in their price, they go out often, and you just have to wait for them to come back in. I've been watching them for like a couple of months, and they come and they go, and they come and they go. So, yeah, I'm definitely taking the pinning gear back and just get the Stabilos instead. So that'll be crossed out, or I'll have to redo it or something. I thought the Papermate flares worked really well, and I would recommend those, although I only have 12-pack. I don't know, they might come in more than a 12-pack, but. So those are my findings. Really no difference, just difference in nibs, and that you can get the Tombows one at a time. So, open stock. But yeah, so those are my findings. I hope you got something out of this video. I appreciate your time. I look forward to seeing you next time. Live long and prosper. Bye-bye.